Lionel Richie's wife went apeshit after catching him cheating. Lionel Richie and Brenda Harvey were high school sweethearts. They went to Tuskegee University on a tennis scholarship together, got married in 1975, a year after they graduated. Around this same time, Lionel and his group signed to Motown, which launched his solo career of him becoming one of the most successful balladeers. The couple even adopted 9-year-old Nicole Richie, who they had been taking care of since she was about 3. So for many on the outside looking in, this seemed like the perfect marriage/family. You know, high school lovers who went on to become very successful, had a family. But in 1984, the cracks began to show. That year, Lionel performed at the Olympics, and it was here that he met dancer Diane Alexander. Although nothing is reported to have happened until 2 years later when Diane was in his Dancing on the Ceiling music video, and then they began a 2-year affair. One of the couple's neighbors accounted that he would often sneak out in the middle of the night. And where was he going? Diane's apartment. Now, 1988, Brenda's spidey senses started to, activate. And it is said that she got a private detective on Lionel's ass. This is how she got Diane's address, where she pulled up at 2 a.m. one morning. Now, her goal was to just go in, confirm the suspicions, ask any questions she needed answers to, and then, move on and figure out what to do from there. But when Brenda opened that door and saw her man cuddled up with Diane, baby saw red. She drop-kicked Lionel, kicked him in the stomach, and he fled the scene, leaving Diane, whose neighbor says there was screaming, glass being broken, furniture being moved. Them folk thought somebody in that apartment was involuntarily being sent to glory, so they called the police, who showed up within a minute. When the cops showed up, Brenda was kicking Diane in the face on the floor, and around the same time, Lionel called the police from wherever he was, crying about being kicked in the stomach. Now, people who know Brenda said they couldn't believe this, because Brenda was apparently a soft-spoken woman, but again, that night, baby saw red. She even allegedly was resisting arrest. A neighbor says she had to be put on her chest just to be handcuffed as she screamed out to Diane for help, who she had just curb stomped. So I don't know how she thought that Diane was about to help her in any capacity. Brenda was charged with, read it with me, suspicion of causing corporal injury to her spouse, trespassing, resisting arrest, vandalism, battery, and disturbing the peace in the neighborhood, let out on a bond of $5,000. And baby did all of that just to stay with the man. All for him to go back to dating Diane eventually, and dating publicly, which is what caused their divorce in 1993. He and Diane getting married 2 years later.